much time we have until we get to this again? We have others we'd like to have speak on our behalf.
You still got time.
Marilyn Vu, please.
Part of their
speech.
part of the time.
Association.
I've asked you how you want to handle it as far as the teaching and speaking.
They've allocated time.
Mr. Yu, it's your time.
Yes, it's short. It's short. And just to make note, I'm not a union member, but I am a teacher. I would like to be a union member. I can afford it. I can afford it. I would like to let you know a little bit about my story, and I will read most of this because I don't want to miss a thing. And some of you may be able to relate to this, and I'm here to represent you, not only myself. My name is Marilyn Vu. I am a third-year teacher and work at Kenwood Elementary School. I am a single mother, and my sole income is my teacher paycheck. I have one voice, but I wish to use it to represent anyone else who can relate to my story. I worked in this district for 12 years as a classroom assistant. As my children grew older and more independent, I studied the benefits of moving onto the instructional track. The posted salary scale gave me the information I needed to know that I could better provide for my family and have a hope for a better future. I was hired as a teacher 2 years ago. My hopes for a better future became a reality. I love my job, though it's very demanding, and even more so this year than ever. Then suddenly, the dashing news: no step increase, as well as a loss of 3% going to retirement. It's difficult to describe the gut feeling of despair, wondering if a step increase is denied this year, then what about next year? And what about my next year? Where am I headed on this crumbling track of hope? This year alone is difficult enough. I would like you to know, I would like you to imagine how it must feel as a professional, because now I'm a professional, to have your high school son join the wrestling team, only to find that you do not have the money to provide the shoes and headgear required for him to participate. I would like for you to imagine how it feels as a professional to meet your son upon returning home from work, to hear that his wrestling coach, and he comes here to Niceville. So the coach is unrelated to this school as far as teaching, so that you'll understand why I'm saying that. That when you come home, or when I came home from work, to hear that his wrestling coach had pulled him aside to question him as to why he had not yet purchased a team warm-up suit. He's on the varsity team. He needed his warm-up suit. Was it because he didn't have the money to pay for one? And that my son had to tell him, yes. I hated to have to tell him, yes, I don't have the money. As a professional, I felt so ashamed. I can't tell you how badly I hoped that cat coach did not know that I was a teacher. I say that because the public has read repeatedly that the average teacher costs this district $60,000. They are not made aware of teachers like me, down on the lower end of the pay scale, living in a government-subsidized house, whose child's health insurance is government-subsidized. And yes, this is true. You need to know that step increases for some of us is not just the right thing to do, or some luxury bonus. That for me and those like me is a necessity for coping with today's economy. It's a necessity for keeping a hope of a better future alive. In conclusion, I would like to challenge you with a quote. It goes like this: do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it. I have done my part, and I will continue to do my part. And now I ask that you would do your part, because it is in your power to do it. We don't have the option, it's your option. And we appreciate you letting me speak. Thank you so much.
Do I have some time? Okay, fantastic. Hi, my name is Patrick Cole. I'm a history teacher at Destin Middle School. This is the greatest audience in the history of audiences. You guys have been so patient and so wonderful. We're going to do some audience participation. If you're a teacher in the audience and you work 10 hours a week outside of the work hours, please raise your hand. Please keep your hand up if it's more like between 10 and 20. Please keep it up if in an average year you spend more than $100 of your own money. Please keep it up if it's more like $200. No. Last but not least. Now please keep it up if the reason you chose to be a teacher was to get rich. Look at all of these lazy, greedy teachers in the audience. It's almost as if the media has lied to me all the time. It's a great honor to speak before you. I would like to thank the association for the trust they placed in me to speak before this August audience, because frankly, it's a little scary to put me in front of a microphone. This is the same sort of obfuscation and deception that was used by large banks to pull the wool over people's eyes. We throw a lot of numbers at you and try and confuse you and hope your eyes just glaze over and everybody throws up their hands and goes away. But this is really a simple story, and here is the simple story. You owe, you have the ability to pay, and for some reason, you've just chosen not to. You've just chosen to pay. I truly mean no disrespect, but how disgusting. How disgusting. Do you know what we would call someone in private life who has the money to pay their responsibilities and simply chooses not to? We call that person a deadbeat and a crook. Are we a deadbeat district? Are we a crooked district? Do we pay what we owe? I mean, is this America? Do we pay what we owe? Yes. We live in a free market system. We live under a free market system. And the foundation of all dealings in a free market is the sanctity of a contract. The sanctity of a contract. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Two partners agree in good faith to exchange value for value, and we just saw the value. We're the 5th highest paid district. Where do we rank again? Oh, why aren't we the 1st paid district if you give it to me?